Hello, hello. Welcome back, or hello again, to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. I actually haven't played since the very start of June, when the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion came out for Elden Ring, which was shortly followed by Final Fantasy XIV's Dawn Trail, which was practically an abortion of a story. It was not good. Gameplay was okay, but like, it is technically the same gameplay loop that they've had since 2013, so it's not exactly like it's anything revolutionary, right? It's just like, oh yeah, some of the fights were actually kind of challenging because I hadn't played in a while. Anyway, let's see. We're not on Calm Wind today because I didn't know what to do for this because, you know, we kind of like left the Let's Play in a dead spot. It's like, we finished all the storylines. I said I was going to do stuff with like campaign or something, and then, no, what did I do after that? Oh, hey, Mary Jane. Yes, you're a little sweetie. No, you can't come up in my lap right now. I suppose... let me get on my laptop and just here, see the last time I actually uploaded an 11 video here. No, not Google account. Go to YouTube Studio, damn it. Let's see. Oh yeah, I started revving up the Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play again for a little bit. Like some sort of moron. Okay, so the last time I actually uploaded for 11 was on May 10th, it looks like. So that was quite some time ago, given that it is now the end of August. And that should tell you exactly how much content I have left to show in 11. I had to basically scrape the bottom of the barrel at this point, which was, you know, kind of the issue I was running into, like 20 episodes before the last one that I uploaded. Anyway, because I mean, I guess I could just show you, like, you know, what I'm doing, but I haven't played in a while, so I'm not really like, I'm not in the right mindset to go and actually do anything remotely serious while recording. And I suppose I should tell you about some of my life events. I got married on May 31st to my girlfriend of about 5.5 years slash, you know, fiance. I asked her to marry me in Christmas of 2022. Yeah, Christmas 2022. I asked her to marry me, and she said yes. And but like she wanted to finish her degree first, and I ran to the wrong man. Oh well, can't hurt to buy any of this stuff. Buy a maiden gem. Maybe I should like give my Malignance set to Vire and start doing Lilith again on Calm Wind. That would be kind of funny. Just like kit out my mule characters with Malignance for the fuck of it. But that also might drive me insane. Oh, Master Level 43 Warrior. My Master Level Warrior is only Master Level 32. I don't think I need any of this. Yeah, I just need the scrolls. Anyway, since I'm back and I'm not in the mood to do anything serious, I figured when I logged in, the game just gave me a fuck ton of login points on all of my characters. It was like 500 points on Vire, 1200 on Dumaculum, and 1500 on Calm Wind. And I was like, what? I guess maybe they had a lot of login points the last time I played and I just didn't play, and then like they actually let me carry them over. But I've been doing some up in arms today to try to get a Kraken Club to sell to make all my monetary issues go away for a little while. And of course, You know, I didn't get the Crack Club. I've run it like 4 times today. Didn't get the Crack Club. Thought, you know what? It's approaching a full moon in game. Oh, it is full moon in game. Sweet. Oh, that's interesting. When it's a waxing full moon, it goes to full moon before 95%. I didn't realize that. Either way, we're working with the full moon, which theoretically should mean that the drop rate is cranked up. And Vire should have 1 more moon orb to do. I thought he had 1 more moon orb to do. Maybe I bought it earlier for him. Or bought it while I was blabbering away at you. But yeah, so I got married. And we pretty much, we had been looking at places to rent so she could get, well, so we could both get moved out of where we were living then. I was living with my dad, who's about 75. And like, I wasn't full on taking care of him, but I've probably talked about it before, but I was like keeping an eye on him. And she was living with her parents, and you know, she was homeschooled her whole life until college, so this is her first time living away from home. And we moved into a little 3-bedroom ranchette with a nice, I say nice, a rusty, dilapidated fenced-in yard that I had to reinforce for my dogs. One of which is in here trying to dig in his dog bed, not realizing that he can't really adjust the thing he wants to adjust. He's trying to, there's a long sleeve shirt on it, he's trying to get it to go a certain way, and he can't get it to go that way. Here, bud, let me help you out. There you go. But yeah, easiest thing to do is just to try to get rich quick. And so, assuming I actually have any moon orbs left, we'll run through Up in Arms a few times, probably actually get nothing. And then I'll try to think about what to do next. I had actually, for the first half of this year, basically up until the week of my wedding, I had been hardcore slamming job points on Calm Wind to be able to augment the Ragnarok relic. And he only needs about 580 more job points or something like that. And I didn't finish it because the week I was supposed to have finished it, that was when Shadow of the Erdtree came out. And I was far more interested in playing Shadow of the Erdtree than I was, you know, anything else, so. But, yeah, so, that's that. Let's see. Just gonna waste like the first 5 seconds of 100 Fists. Or the first 10 seconds of it, whatever. The boost Chi Blast was not worth it. Start punching, damn it. Holy crap, I wasted half my 2 hour. This is not good. We're gonna die to this. We are gonna die to this hardcore. See what I mean about not doing anything serious? Maybe we'll muddle through somehow. By the power of Vile Elixirs. Probably the Icarus wing at this rate. Not the most skillful showing, but you know, whatever. could lead to a Kraken Club anyway, as long as we win, right? So that'll totally happen. Not. Ooh, a pay night. Oh, we're in the money now. Yep. Of course, it's still a solid way to spend login points if you ask me, if you don't need anything else. And we don't need anything else, because I don't, you know, this is a mule character at this point. Calm Wind's already got the defending ring from King Behemoth. I guess we could try to get a riddle for, like, to say, like, oh yeah, I got the riddle in Final Fantasy XI. But it's kind of like one of those things, you know, it was a trophy slash really good item at the 75 era. And in the current era, as far as I know, it's not good at all. Because there's just so much triple and double attack. Like, you can even get double attack on food now, right? Like, there's Gyudon. The NQ version of Gyudon gives you 5% double attack. So, like, you just have double attack on any job you want just by eating food. And you can get triple attack off of Behemoth Steak, so... I mean, you know, not like game-changing amounts, but just like... There are things that existed that did not exist when the riddle was like a king... was king shit, you know, like... But yeah, I guess, as I was saying about the personal life thing, we moved into this 3-bedroom ranchette. It's about 60 years old. It was built in in the 1960s. I don't have it. The listing doesn't have an exact year for us, but the rent on it's way too high. But we're dual income, so we're fine. Like it's basically we rationalized it as if we didn't get married and we were just trying to live on our own. That is, I think I did all of his earlier. I don't think he has any more to do. I think it's just Calm Wind at this point. But yeah, we rationalized it as if we were out on our own, the rent would be under $1,000, and like that would be nearly impossible to find for the quality of living we have individually. Of course, I've been the one paying the rent, so like I haven't yet made her actually write out the cashier's check and go pay the rent office or anything. It's a classic, the classic wife conundrum of or woman conundrum of it's our money now, and then it's like, you want to pay the rent this month? It's like, no. But honestly, it's actually more that I don't have any problems paying the rent, and like I know if I need the money, like she'll tap in. I wanted her to be able to build up her bank account and her, I guess she's got a 401k going now, the company she's working with, which reminds me I need to set up a Roth IRA. I was actually like halfway through the process, but then fucking the people I was setting it up with, their website kept denying me access or whatever, and like I called their like helpline, and the guy was just like, oh yeah, you'll just have to try back later, and I was like, okay, and then I just forgot about it. Really, really bad. I'm sure I will regret waiting as long as I have to set one of those up if I make it to being an old man. I've never been very money savvy. You know, I grew up on shows and movies that, you know, had where the heroes had a great disdain or nonchalance or like apathy towards money, right? Like, you know, there's always the scrappy underdog, you know, he's kind of an idiot with money, or he does, you know, something really humble for his living, but, you know, then he's a hero on the side, or like his real life is being a hero, you know, like I kind of got like, I don't know, too into the mindset, I guess main character syndrome or whatever. It's just like, oh yeah, I don't need to focus on, you know, fancy savings accounts. Money is bad. I'm not greedy. But I tell you, you'd be hurting when you don't actually, if you need money for something and you don't actually have enough money for it. Which has not happened to me yet, but it could very easily happen. Just a few big accidents. You know, especially if I was the one at fault. You know, I'm pretty sure I talked about it at length in an earlier episode, but back in 2022, I got in that car wreck, and I was the one at fault, and nobody got hurt. But because we were at fault, you know, like, I didn't get anything out of it, I only lost stuff. And I got threatened with a, no other insurance affidavit. Basically, I had to provide proof that I had no other insurance. And if I didn't actually acquiesce and present the proof or whatever, like even if I didn't actually have other insurance, they were gonna take me to court and actually just personally drain my bank account. And it's like, it wasn't hard to provide proof, but like, I don't, like, nobody likes being threatened, right? Like, no one likes, you know, like, it's not like I meant to wreck, you know? It was just like some jackhole was trying to do a left-hand turn on a road, on a busy road at the bottom of a hill that's around a corner. And it's like, why would you try to make a left turn here? Like, just go on down and, like, turn off into a parking lot or turn at the light and either pop a U-ey or, you know, make a couple left turns at lights so that you get back, so that you can make a right turn instead, because it'll be way easier and probably take you about the same amount of time as you're gonna wait, and, you know, not endanger everyone that's all around you. Oh, look, I already grabbed the moon orb. Being a silly Billy here. Let's see, throw some stuff into thing. Hey look, it's the food I was talking about. I made a whole bunch of that because I started to realize in certain content I actually attack cap on a warrior now. And so I was just like, what's the best food I can use? It's like, well, I don't need the accuracy because I have enough accuracy that, like, you know, so using sushi wouldn't do anything. It would just give me, you know, some strength and some dexterity, and then it's like, here's a bunch of extra accuracy you don't need. I guess if you get blinded, it'll help or something. It's like, okay, Gyudon is just, it goes double attack, enmity down, and weapon skill damage. So basically it lets you weapon skill faster, hit more often, and give your tanks an easier time tanking. It's like, you know, in all respects, it's actually a perfect damage dealing food. Unless you need, you know, any of the other stuff that other food gives. Which apparently attack food these days is very much maligned. Like, for some reason. Like, a lot of people are just like, oh, it's just attack food. But attack food sucks. It adds on after all your other bonuses and doesn't increase your strong bonuses or anything. It's just like, yeah, but okay, so like, you know, hypothetically, all food only gives you a small bonus that, you know, you're gonna get, yeah, that's meant to like meet a benchmark, not to, you know, just make you the be-all end-all, right? It's just like accuracy benchmark is, you know, a lot easier to meet with food, right? Like, because it's like, yeah, it's like pass-fail, but the attack benchmark, it's like, you have all the attack in the world, but, you know, you might not still, I don't know, I'm rambling. I personally like attack food a lot, especially for capacity point grinding. Also, Calm Wind's totally, his food effect right now is actually Gyudon. I used it earlier to see how it would do in this fight. And the answer is basically it would have been better to use red curry buns or rabbit pie, because the extra double attack is almost unnoticeable, as is the weapon skill damage. Dodge will do nothing now. It's okay, we got another Vile Elixir. Or we could just Icarus Wing and end it. I'm just gonna Vile Elixir just in case. Sometimes the cloud it does is pretty... hurts a lot more than it should. Yay, we did it! Time for Oxblood. I'm pretty sure if we actually get the Kraken Club, it'll actually show up after the last Oxblood. Because that's where like the Walker mask shows up and they have the same drop slot. But I've never actually seen the I've never actually seen the Kraken Club drop, so I don't know. I don't actually know. Seen that Apathetic AJ's channel is going pretty well. He's up over, I think, 600 subscribers now. I'm a little bit envious. I'm just like, man, we do the same thing. Whereas I guess he's got like a more relatable personality and some better stories than I've got, so. Oh well. But he was telling me at some point back earlier this year, he was like, hey, have you considered streaming? And I was like, kinda, but I mean, I don't think I would be good at playing to an audience. I mean, I might be, but like, I don't know, just like, I've watched other streamers stream, you know, and I just kind of like, I don't know, just... I don't know. Okay, we're definitely set up to do this on Red Mage. Let's see. Go grab some elixirs real quick. We won't really need them on Red Mage, but it's never hurts to have them just in case. Especially since I'm like, I don't know, I'm not, I haven't been playing, so I'm not really super chill comfortable, I guess. I have more gil than I thought I'd have when I came back. I thought I had left myself like with like maybe just a couple million, which in these days is like nothing. It's like destitute. But I have like 15 mil, and I'm just like, did I really build back up to 15 mil? Like, I don't remember doing that. And apparently, like, the summer festival thing's going on. And fun fact, my brother got Final Fantasy 11 for me back. Well, actually, for us, for like the family or whatever, back at the very end of 2003 when it came out on PS2. He was actually working at Walmart at the time. He was able to get a huge discount or like a free copy and free PS2 HDD or whatever. So we got it, but we had dial-up at the time, so we couldn't actually start. Like, we tried. Like, I think we got in and we made a character, but it was practically unplayable. And then like, no, actually we didn't get through and make a character. We couldn't with our connection. The update took over 24 hours to like actually like install and do everything. So we got through play online setup and everything, but we couldn't actually get through to make our characters because the update files just kept failing. And oh, I already threw the orb away. So we couldn't play it that fall. You know, it came out like November that year, whatever. And our parents, they actually sprang for DSL the next spring, and so it was like the end of March, beginning of April 2004, we started playing. And when we started playing, it was actually really close to like the summer event. By the time we'd actually finalized which servers we were going to be on, and I was actually really getting into the game and really playing and making friends and stuff, the summer event was happening. And it's one of my earliest Final Fantasy 11 memories. It's just the summer event, the music, and the first summer event I remember was chasing the buffaloes around. I mean, I might be misremembering. But you got a Lord's Yukata or whatever, or Lady's Yukata. It's like blue for guys and lavender colored for girls. And I was a Taru at the time because I started the game wanting to be a Taru because they seemed like kids and I was a kid, or thought of myself as a kid, so. And they were supposed to be the best at magic, and you know, Final Fantasy has routinely had stories about how powerful magic is, and I wanted to be the most powerful. And most accurately, I wanted to be the most powerful red mage. I wanted to be able to do it all. I wanted to, you know, have my cake and eat it too. Swing the sword really hard and cast the spell, you know, shoot lightning out of my hand. Let's see. I think if I had sushi, I could actually potentially melee this, especially if I had chain spill up. I remember that I actually enjoyed doing that quite a few times. The last few times I did this back in like, I guess back in May or April or something. Because of power creep and just knowledge of this fight, it's been super trivialized. Part of me wants to fully gear out a puppet from Puppet Master and like Master Puppet Master so that I can have all the super attachments and then bring the super puppet. Because the puppet doesn't actually, you know, like its attachments don't get level synced, so like you bring it in here and it's basically an item level attachment level puppet in level 60 content. And you just like sick it on this thing with overdrive and it kills it in like a minute. Which, you know, monk or warrior killing it already feels ridiculously fast to me, like killing it in just a couple minutes. So we're about to engage in kiting. We get our MP back here. But Red Mage these days, you know, innately has Vorpal Blade. You know, something they didn't used to have. Innately, you had to sub Warrior, Paladin, or Dark Knight and back in days of yore to have Vorpal. And meleeing this thing, your end spells do like 65 damage and your auto attack does about 35. So you're altogether your auto attack with end spell does about 100 damage a swing. And so it's like 3 swings to equal a tier 2 spell. But you can just stand and spam spells. And if you got chain spell going, your auto attacks they slip through more often. And I've actually routinely, when chain spell's up, I actually engage in just melee red mage on this thing. And it doesn't really make it die like super duper faster, but it's like a 5-minute kill, I think, or something. And it's kind of fun because like you get to do 1 Vorpal Blade amidst all your spell spam. It's like the red mage ideal. Oh well. So we'll use Pyro Helix. Please never mind the fact that it is a water monster. No, don't give me the bad touch. Sometimes I miss having my Chateaubriand staff, but I remember I sold it for like 5 million or something. I can always make another one. Like, I've got the synergy for it. I'm pretty sure if I can actually find the high quality staves on the auction house, they usually sell for like 100k or less, depending on which stave it is. Some of them sell for more, some of them sell for less. Trouble is, they're almost never on the auction house at the same time, and I don't want to be walking around wasting inventories on staves that I could be, you know, not having. How dare you shrug off the poison? Oh, you may not regenerate 10 health per 3 seconds. That's illegal. Your health may only go down. Only I, the player, am allowed to heal. It's kind of like riding a bike, playing 11 again. Just like, played it so much, you know, just like, I'm definitely not a perfect player or anything, but once I get back into it, it kind of comes natural. Like the delays and the jank with moving and stopping and moving and stopping to cast. There's really almost no slide casting, and yeah. This November, the 24-man in Final Fantasy 14 is supposed to come out. Oh hey, a Walküre mask. How about that? Yay, the second rarest drop that I've seen like 100 times. If only it could have been a Kraken Club. The thing I love the Walküre mask because it's one of the coolest style locks you can have these days, and I still hold on to one for that. But I hate seeing it in the drop pool because one, it's not a Kraken Club. Two, it's not really worth that much to sell. It always just makes me think, oh man, could have been a Kraken Club. Because I think if you look at the drop table on the wiki, the Walküre mask is listed at like 1.64% chance to drop or something. And then Kraken Club is listed at like 0.8 or something. And it's just like, well, let me tell you, the Kraken Club, there's no way the Kraken Club's 0.8 with how often I've seen the freaking Walküre mask, right? Of course, I think that's supposed to be, the W is supposed to be pronounced like all Germanic, so it's just a V, so it's supposed to be Valkyrie. But it's Walker. I don't give a fuck. I'm American. My brother, like the second my Final Fantasy 11 mood died, his picked up like super hardcore, and he's been slamming 11, and he actually, I think he's got over 100 million gil again, and he also finished all the Alexandrite for his Vajra, which is the Thief Mythic, and then he went and he finished all the trials for it, and he kept sending me screenshots every time he finished a Magian trial for it, and then he had enough gil that he just he's got all the Dynamis Divergence clears, so he was just able to fully augment it. He's got a fully I-119, fully augmented Vajra for Thief now. According to all the high rulers, though, that's like the weakest Rima for Thief, but I still think it's really fucking cool and impressive. So, finishing any of the Rimas in this game is like a big achievement in my mind. Gotta go back to Juno so we can get our final orb, I think. I'll check Doom McCoolum after we run out of orbs on Calm Wind just to see if I was mistaken about being done with his orbs. But I'm pretty sure I finished up all his orbs before that. Sad thing is, like, I've come back to the game and I feel lost because, like, I didn't really have a clear direction when I stopped, other than, like, I was gonna try to augment the Ragnarok. And, but, like, you know, I guess I was working on sortie a lot because I had almost full +3 warrior Empyrean. I think I just need the feet, but I haven't like been in sortie since May, so I don't even remember how far away I was on getting the feet to +3. Don't remember. I haven't checked out the campaigns they're doing either. They're apparently doing a lot. They're going to start one in a couple weeks called the Hot Summer Nights, I guess. And it's going to be increased seal and crest drop rate campaign, Additional SEAL Battlefield Spoils campaign. Nizo Isle Assault campaign. Delve campaign. Surge Walked campaign. Hyper Chocobo Digging campaign. Divergence Statue Crusher. I don't know what half of this stuff is. Wait. Oh, we should, before we go in. Like, we're gonna have to buff and rest up inside anyway, but we still want full time on the clock. Like, gotta get a little bit rested up out here. Just for kicks. Just so that, you know, we minimize buff resting time inside. But yeah, I haven't recorded anything with a microphone until tonight. I'm so out of it. Like, I'm just out of the loop. Been watching a lot of other YouTube channels like Majular. He's a pretty cool channel. He's got like 130,000 subs. He does these long video essays. Says he's a soft boy all the time, but then he gives these scathing criticisms sometimes, and it's just like, bruh, you are wearing a mask. But his mask is pretty convincing. I don't know. He really sells it. Okay, we should have enough HPMP to just go inside for our final disappointing run where there's no Kraken Club. I thought Destiny might be having its might be having a big night in store for me, because like I was just like, man, is it really a coincidence that I logged in on a night that's like I logged in for the first time in like 3 months on a night where it's going to be a full moon, and then, you know, it gave me a shit ton of login points so that I could actually do like 10 runs of this. Because actually, you know, this is the last orb we can do of Calmwind's Beastman seals, but it's not the last orb that he could do, period, because I think he's got like close to 300,000 High Kindred crests, which he could trade in, and I think he could probably get at least one more orb after this. So this is actually not the final orb. Unless we were to get the Kraken Club, in which case it would be the final orb, because if we were to try to do it twice in a row, the odd chance of getting the Kraken Club, like, it wouldn't be able to drop out of the box, so there wouldn't be any reason to do it. We'd have to at least like delivery box the Kraken Club to like Vire or something. Which I don't know if you can debox it. I know you can sell it on the auction house, but I don't know if it's transferable across the same account. They actually have a mark for that now, if you notice. Just like, you see that blue mark that says Alt next to rare exclusive? They literally have an alt marker now that's just like, yeah, you can buff your alts. Yeah. Pretty nice, if you ask me. So, this food effect wore off, so we could actually give it a go if we want to. Yeah, why don't we? We could waste some Sublime Sushi +1. I got money in the bank. My wife says that I worry her. She says that I spend too much money on brand name food and the like. Because I like got us some brand name butter. I got us some Tillamook butter. But I'm just thinking, like, lady, you're buying like all this other stuff. Like, this is the first time she's had a really well-paying job. So like, it's not the first time she's worked full-time. She worked full-time at the hotel I met her at for about a year. because apparently she did she did, you know, she did all the way through high school homeschooled, and she graduated high school in 2014. I think it was 2014. And then she apparently took a gap year, and during the gap year she worked at the hotel. I guess it might have been 2015. Either way, she took a year off and she worked full-time in housekeeping and very nearly became the head housekeeper, but she like didn't want to be the head housekeeper or something, supposedly. But after that, it was all part-time work while she did college, which, I mean, if you're doing college and part-time work at the same time, I mean, that's still pretty much full-time. But, you know, her jobs at the hotel, they didn't pay well. The hotel, it doesn't pay well. Granted, I just got a raise for $8,100 on my salary, but even with that, I'm barely making $40K a year, so. Let's have a little bit of fun. We can afford to have a little bit of fun here. Let's start with bind. And then gravity. Poison. You might be thinking, Dia, what is he doing? The answer to your viewer is, I'm meleeing this fucker. Because I can. Now, without chain spell on, I guess we'll want to wait like a couple of seconds between swings or something, or between like casts. Look at that, critical hits actually make the auto attacks catch up to spell damage quite quickly. Might want to run away and convert. But let's try to get the Vorpal Blade off first. Yay, we did it, Reddit. Seconds on light arts, unfortunate, but that's okay. Yeah, it's not really safe to melee like that, but it's a little bit of fun, you know. Oh no, I'm being MP inefficient. Oh dear, he's catching up. Didn't I bind your ass, you son of a bitch? Gotta keep it cheeky and interesting, right? It's making the fight take longer, but you know. Remember, have fun with it. Hey, buddy. Can we finish him with Forked Blade? We can. Crack Club says what? Oh, a moonstone. Oh, we're fabulously rich now. So it goes, so it goes. At this point, you go on the auction house site and you look at the Kraken Club entry and you see people complain about, like, the runs they used to do back in the day where people, like, ninja-lotted the club or whatever, or, like, the dude put himself on quartermaster and then kicked the other two people or something. Like, you see all this scumbaggery and skullduggery around the Kraken Club, and I'm just thinking, like, bruh, you guys actually saw it, though? You have confirmation that it exists, other than the fact that other players have it? Like, it exists in this BCNM? Because, like, bruh, I have not seen it. What's kind of frustrating about Vyre and Dumaculum is they're literally just 10 Beastman seals away from being able to do another one. So, like, I guess if I'd waited one more day to log them in or something, or if I log them in tomorrow, they'll be able to do another one a piece or something. But, like, it's just always frustrating seeing that, being like, oh, they were one away from being able to do, another one. Also kind of sad, you probably, if you're watching this, I don't know if you would know him. You might know him. I don't know if anyone from the Auction House website watches my Let's Plays or my channel in any serious capacity. I know some people have thrown me some pity watches, but oh shit, we can get, they got the 2-to-1 ratio going. We get 2 more orbs out of that. Maybe I gotta check and see if Vyre or Doom have got any to trade over. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, I don't think we can. Yeah, we can't get to a 3rd orb, but we'll get 2 more orbs out of the deal. How about that? Just maybe, we'll get a Kraken Club yet. Oh yeah, here, take your shitty broken orb back, by the way. I love that the Voracious Resurgence confirmed that these guys are demons, like hiding in human skin, or human skin, I guess. Because it makes the fact that they have these orbs that are just full of these, crazy powerful monsters, like, all the more, it makes sense, right? Like, it makes sense. course, we gotta pop some more refresh regen on ourselves and rest up again before entering, because I didn't think to walk in the Moogle house. Oh look, other people are here for the full moon. Wonder if they're actually waiting for 100% or not. What a lot of people do is they just bring their Puppet Master at 100% full moon, which I guess will happen at about midnight tonight. But I gotta get up at 5 a.m. so I can't afford to do that. But supposedly 100% full moon is where it's at for drop rate. And I kind of like I already don't really believe in the full moon increasing the drop rates on stuff very much. Like some stuff people definitely confirm the full moon like makes a difference. And of course some stuff in the game is actually like just straight up moon phase dependent in the first place. But like, I don't know, stuff like this, I view going on the full moon more as just like a good measure to make sure you're not trying to spam it every single time you get up to 60 seals. Spread out the misery of just never getting the drop. The effects I love the most on spellcasting are the Protect and Shell effects they have in this game. This Final Fantasy XI made me love the Protect and Shell spells, and all other entries of Final Fantasy. I love those spells now. Like, they make me very happy. But the effects in 11 especially make me happy. They're very nostalgic and also just very crisp. They have this like perfect, like I just feel like I put a magic barrier on myself feeling to them. They're the platonic form of Protect and Shell. Okay. Why would I do melee again? Because fuck Fate E, that's why. Had enough of kiting this bitch. The real nice thing about when you have chain spell going though is you can just throw stone skin back up and it's worth like 300 HP for the cost of a cure 2 or something. I could probably get away with putting it up now when his attacks slow down tremendously, but when his attacks slow down tremendously, it gets to the point where he's like hitting so hard that it breaks the stone skin. Something so satisfying about meleeing his ass. The effect wore off. Whatever will we do? Now see, that's how meleeing I'm supposed to go on Red Mage. Maybe I didn't commit hard enough the first time. No, a Philomath stole! Oh, we're rolling in the dough. Bleh. Bleh, I say bleh. Let's see, I don't remember, I don't remember if refresh and regen persist when zoning, like to the big city and whatnot. I'm gonna go with no, but guess we'll see. That's one of the funny things about 11 is that like there's so much to everything within it. Like it's so, you know, it has such a depth of complexity that if you take a break for a while, like you will forget some things. Oh, hey, it persisted. That's good. And I don't even remember what I had equipped. Oh, it was Ephraim's ring for physical accuracy and stuff. Here, take your shitty orb, demon. I wonder if I've actually made a grim mistake and I should have just hoarded my seals for like 2 weeks from now when they do the campaign. But at the same time, I just kind of don't give a fuck. It's like, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to record, you know. Oop, looked away for too long while resting. Couldn't think of any witty banter either. Well, is it really banter if I'm just talking into my microphone in front of the computer screen? Maybe I should try streaming. If you've somehow watched this far, should I try streaming? I don't think that I'd be a good streamer. Plus, I just never have the fucking time. Like, one of the reasons I haven't been recording, other than just, you know, not really having any sort of fucking plan, is the fact that I work 50 hours a week, and that doesn't include my 45-minute to an hour commute that I have to do it 5 days a week now. Thus, you know, taking about another, I do usually manage to get it done in about 45 minutes. But, you know, it's an hour and a half, 5 times a week, so it's about 7.5 more hours of my life. That's just not anything useful other than to and from work. I'm trying to get a job closer to where I live now, but I don't think it's going to happen before our lease is up. And my wife already wants to move somewhere else because this house doesn't suck, but like its location is kind of busy. The rent's, again, way too high, and she actually really wants to not rent. Like, I'm not like super attached to renting. I just know we didn't have the money to just go ahead and like get a house, even, you know, just the down payment or anything to start the mortgage. Like, I mean, I had a pretty good amount in the bank. Like, I probably could have done a down payment on any house that, you know, if it was like a 30K down payment, I could have done that. But like, she's super picky, and then like just like wasn't sure what was gonna happen to either of our careers, and she also wanted to move really fast. She was like, I want to get out of my parents' house immediately. Like, I was like, well, don't we have to get married first so they don't disown you? And it's just like, oh yeah, we gotta get married. And then we had a small wedding. It was kind of the wedding that like she didn't really want to have. Like, we discussed doing like a ceremony, a formal ceremony at Cloudland Canyon, and still want to, but at this point it'll be a vow renewal because like we didn't really think it through. It's like, well, if we want to have an actual official ceremony, we're gonna actually have to plan that out, and it's just like, well, it's not gonna happen in the time window you're giving me here. But yeah, we did the deed. We tied the knot. She hasn't taken my last name yet, though. She has to go to the Social Security office for that. And unfortunately, she does not want to do that. She had like, I think like either yesterday or tomorrow was her final day out of her 45-day period after she had like submitted the request to change her name to get it done, and she just didn't. She says it's because she has too hard of a time waking up in the morning, but it's just like, if you really wanted it, you'd go do it. I think in some way, like, she's actually scared to commit. She doesn't actually feel like we're really married because like we didn't have the real ceremony or something. And it's like, no, legally we're married. Like, it's for real now. Like, we're married. You might hear my dog barking. The walls of this house are made of brick, and they do not keep sound from the outside out of the house. So you always hear people on the street. And my little dog Mary Jane will bark about just about anything. looking like we're gonna have to gravity this son of a gun and run away. Do some converting. Let's cure off, maybe? Maybe we get the cure off? Please get the cure off. Okay. Engage and run away, please. I'm boned, aren't I? Got too into complaining about my life. Yeah, I think she's getting cold feet or something. It's weird, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it makes sense. Like, she has one of those minds where, like, she thinks everything should go her way all the time. And she has learned since moving in with me that things do not go her way all the time. It has caused her the greatest displeasure. But I love her. We're gonna figure everything out. It'll just take a minute. Oh snap, a fluorite! Well, no cracking club for us. I guess we can go check Dumaculum and see if he happens to have enough to do another orb, but I don't think that he does. So. Could have sworn I was gonna die in that one though. Oh, nostalgia. Oh, look at those in-game fireworks. Ah. Fireworks is one of those things that transcends real life, in my opinion. They look, you know, these aren't nearly as, like, you know, vibrant as, like, a real life firework, but, like, I don't know. I get the same, like, a similar amount of joy at seeing them. I'm sure it's partially a nostalgia. Now the real question is do I actually bother uploading those? trying to remember what the salinators are from. I know they're from a crafting recipe. I don't remember if they're from when I was making gyudon or not, though, and I don't know if I should try to keep them or not. Part of me says I made them once before, and if I actually get the gumption to use them again, I'll make them again, but... meh. Also, part of me thinks that the Kraken Club's drop rate is related to how many people are in the instance, considering there's so many stories of like 3 people seeing it. And I kind of wonder if like people who dual box or whatever have a better chance at seeing the Kraken Club at all. Of course, then I remember my brother always dual boxes and takes both of his characters in there and has 2 characters, and he doesn't have any greater luck with the BCNM than I do. So, perhaps not. Yeah, we're just gonna check and see if Doomquilm has any left. I don't think that he does. Pretty sure I did all his earlier. His are kind of a pain to do because I don't have an appropriate setup for him. And so his racial disparity for Elvins having the lowest intelligence actually makes a difference at level 60, and his nukes actually do quite a bit less damage than Calm Wind or Vires, and he doesn't have Monk leveled for easy, just like 100 Fists, Snap, and do a win sort of thing. So, he also doesn't have Puppet Master leveled for that. I honestly don't think he has enough for an orb, but you know. Yeah, he doesn't have... Yeah, he doesn't have enough. He doesn't currently have an orb in his inventory either, so... It looks like that's all she wrote, unless... I guess we could check Fire again. We could go full circle and see what there is to be seen. Yawn. I just always check the delivery box out of habit. Ready for bed, Max dog? He's looking super cute. He's in his dog bed. I wish you could see it. Maybe that is a good excuse to stream. I could turn my web camera on my dog and see how cute he is. My own dachshunds. I'm sure I've said it before. I don't think he's going to have any seals to transfer either, but we might as well check. I also kind of wish they'd implement the whole, like, free orb thing with, that looks like he could get up to, 52, but no. It'd be cool if you brought your orb back and traded it to them. They're like, oh, this is cracked, it's worthless. But if they were like, somehow it didn't crack, you can use it again, that'd be so nice. Of course, they'll never do that. Also, probably just wouldn't get a bleh. Anywho, I suppose, yeah, it's like an hour and a half of rambling nonsense and up in arms was your jam. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe I'll do something of substance next time I upload, whatever that'll be. Maybe what I would like to include in the Let's Play is I'd like to go ahead and finish my mythic weapon on Calm Wind, because you know he started the Great Katana quite a while ago. He still needs like 25,000 Alexandrites though, and then like 150,000 Nizul credits. And I could record the process of Nizul credits or more salvage or something, but I don't know. I don't know if that would be interesting. I personally don't think my personality is a draw either, so yeah, whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a great day, and I'll see you again next time. Maybe.